Persons that have a potential medical malpractice claim don't understand or need to be informed about a few topics. First one is the amount of time it takes. I think unlike other areas of injury law, medical malpractice is significantly more time consuming and because it's more complex. And so both the investigation before you bring a lawsuit, the pre-litigation process that you have to do before, and the litigation itself just really delay things. And then you combine that with the schedules of the doctors you need to talk to, both at fault and not at fault, the defense attorneys' calendars, the court's calendars. It's a long process. So the first thing we do is educate clients that we're in it for a long ride. Unlike the auto insurance world, where if you're in an accident and you think it's the other person's fault, if your insurance decides it's your fault and they should settle the claim, they're going to do it without your permission. In medical malpractice, a physician can say, no, don't settle, and his insurance company can't settle unless the physician wants to. So that sometimes is the delay. What I see more often, and is more troubling, is that I see physicians that would like to settle the case, but the insurance company is refusing or not being reasonable in the amount, and they want to drag it out, and they want to fight it. But an average case time, not just for our office, for anybody, is 3 years or more. And it's hard for clients to understand that. And if we could change it and make it faster, we absolutely would. We do everything we can to move it faster, but the first thing clients need to understand is this is a long process. Another frequent question we get is about the pre-litigation requirements. And this is what makes our field kind of specialized. If, in any other injury case, you don't have to do this. But if your injury involves any type of healthcare provider, you know, from a sports medicine doctor, a chiropractor, even a holistic medicine person that doesn't have a real license, if they provide any sort of arguably healthcare, then, you know, laser, Botox, anything, you have to go through a pre-litigation process. You have to tell them, hey, I'm thinking about suing you, give them notice, and then a panel is appointed that involves local providers and lay people that sit on the panel, and you have to go before them and kind of tell your case, and the defense shows up and tells their case, and then they make a decision whether the case has merit or not. And you have to get that decision and jump through that hoop, and it takes usually 6 months to do that. So from the time we get a case, we need a couple months to gather the records, which there's laws about how quick we are allowed to demand records. They have time to produce those. And then file the notice of intent, have the pre-litigation hearing. That takes 6 months. So sometimes it's a year before you can even fully investigate the case and get answers about whether you should file a lawsuit and whether you have a case. And then once you do, you start the case, and then it's years after that before a potential settlement or trial comes into play.